Hi, everybody. I'm Ben, and I'm one of the co-founders of Blue Marlin Marketing. And the video I'm going to bring for you today is going to show um, our Google scraping, like what we use to scrape Google, how we use ChatGPT to format that data and just like improve it. Um, Make.com, which is going to be an automation that we have built that runs through a verifier through that verifies emails on a spreadsheet, like from whatever we scrape from Google just to verify that they're good. And then the actual verifying tool that Make references is called Email List Verifier or Verify. And I'll be showing that off. And then Google Sheets is the last thing. Um, so the first thing that we want to get started in this video is I'm going to go ahead and actually just copy and paste this prompt to use in Google search. So if we just go Google, I guess I didn't need to type that in, but Control V. And then obviously, like it was on there before highlighted, the Instagram you can change. And then life coaches as well. That's like the type of business or industry or type of person that you're searching for. So I'm just going to search, let's call it personal train, personal trainers. Okay. And then this is just saying like Instagram.com. So the results, here, I'll move this over there. So when the results come in, when I run this, it should be looking for these email addresses, and then like Instagram type profiles will be the ones that come up. So you see like this, how they're kind of more like, the first results are Instagram profiles instead of just personal trainer like websites or whatever else. Like they might have blog posts, that type of thing that would normally come up if you just type in like personal trainers at Gmail or something like that. So we just go Control A to copy everything. We go Control C, and then could you please format this data, which is just going to be the copy and paste I just made. Could you please format this data into a table with column, and there's the spelling, with columns for name, name, geez, name, company, company name, email, Instagram. Did I spell it? Instagram? Let me just check what other ones we got. Oh, email, phone number. I'll actually just leave phone numbers off, so I won't return that right now. Name, company name, a website URL. ChatGPT, name, company name, web URL. And it's just easier if you keep these like in the same order as on your document that you've previously created. Um, So I guess I'll just give you a little overview. So your name, company name, website, email, phone number, Instagram. And then in this column, it's going to return whether they're verified or not. So it'll say like bad if it's a bad address, and then it will return what's it called? It will return verified if it's a good address. But anyway, what we're going to do is company name, website URL, email, Instagram, oh, phone number, email, phone, phone number, and Instagram. Boom, and then we go space, and we'll just go Control V with all that data. Boom. So we'll get like a chart like this, and I just we'll use one like this. Like you could also, in order to get this list bigger, obviously, so you could do like hundreds of these at a time. Is if you go back here, you just go like page 2, and you just go Control A, Control C, and then you just go like, could you please add this data to the table? Could you please add this data to the table? Control V. We'll put that in there. Bang. And now it should just make this table a little bit bigger with whatever ones it found from there. Boom. And then I like to say, could you please try and find the missing email, email, emails, of course. Could you please try and find the missing emails and fill them in the table? Boom. So if you're using like another AI tool like Perplexity or something like that, it can actually like scrape into the like go into their websites or like into their Instagrams to actually try and pull more of these. But for today's example, I'm just gonna go, please remove all the rows that are missing data in the email COLUMN, the email column. Remove. Oh, remove. Okay, cool. So now all this is going to do is just take out the ones that were like returned that just didn't have anything here. So we'll see in a second how big this list is. And we didn't get too many websites, but normally if you use like a real like another third-party scraping tool, like Outscraper use a lot. There's another video on that on our channel as well, how to use that tool. But without what you can do with like a real like another scraping tool is you can be more like specific and actually you could target trying to find the websites or find LinkedIn, something like that. You could also with our search, you could change this word to in like a LinkedIn.com instead of Instagram.com. But for now, we'll just leave it as that. We'll take this chart. Then it's pretty simple since you copied it. You literally just go paste it in there. And then pretty simple. And we shouldn't be missing any emails because if you're missing an email address, it's gonna like air out and make just because like it won't have anything to feed to the verifier. So I'm actually gonna show you the verifier real quick. Let me move my bubble back over here. So it's email list verify is the one that we use. It's was super easy to integrate with Make. Here's like the pricing, but you get like 100 free operations. So I just started using that when I learned about this like verifier, and then $15 for 5,000 is like pretty inexpensive. I mean, as you go up, it's even like better deals. Obviously, that's a lot of money, but better deals on how many you can actually run through. But it's relatively cheap, especially if your lists aren't super long. But even if it is, like 5,000 is a pretty long list that you could run through for $15 and just check if they're good emails basically. But yeah, so now let me take you back. So we got this from ChatGPT. We have this table here. So now we're just going to go back to Make. So if you haven't used Make before, when you search, just Google Make or whatever your search engine is, you get here and then just log in. Boom. And then we'll go scenarios. And then we'll be creating a new one, but I just wanted to show you, here's what the actual verifying automation is. But yeah, so let me just like go over exactly how this works is there's a sheet, which is this one, which will have the updated, like you've already put in your stuff. So it just watches when there's a new row updated, then it will feed those rows like individually. You could do one at a time. You could do hundreds at a time. It's kind of depending on what you want to do or how many you have, that kind of thing. It will then send it to the email verifier. It will run it. This tool will just is like how you can actually decide like is it a good response or a bad response, like how it knows what to put on the sheet. And then this is the last one where it just updates this verified row, which is pretty simple. So we're just going to go ahead and make this whole automation again with you guys. So we'll go create new scenario, Google Sheets. I believe it's watch new rows. Watch a new row. Okay, and then what you'll have to do is add it, and it will just take you to like sign into your Google page, and you should be all good. Yeah, and you'll just give it like all permissions. You just leave it by search by path. You can do my drive, shared with me, Google Share drives, just depends where it is. Let's see, spreadsheet. What did I name it? Video sheets. Email document. Oh no, delete. Email spreadsheets, and then video sheet. Cool. You can sheet name will just be the first one since it's just like one page. If you had more pages to this, you could obviously select other ones. Table contains headers. Yeah, we know that. And then limit. This is where it'll decide how many run at once. We're just gonna do one because quicker run and it's easy. I've just been choosing all for choose where to start, so just that it knows to like go through the whole thing. The next block we're gonna add is the actual email list verifier. Email list verify. We'll add that. And then it's just going to verify an email. And the same sort of deal you'll add, it will take you there. And then let me just log in real quick. Boom. You'll go to like API. If I could click it. You go to API. And then you'll just do new key. And then you'll just do new. And then once you have that, it will, on make, there'll be like a prompt to put that in. But the email, for now, just continue filling this out. Email address, we're just going to use the email from the row in the sheet, so it knows. And then timeout, I've just been setting this like 120 seconds. It says that they should take like milliseconds to run, but I've had some time where I put it for like a minute, and there was one or two that like it took longer and it paused the whole thing. So I've just been leaving it at 120. But the next one thing we're going to put in is tools, and it's going to be a switch. A switch. And what the switch actually allows you to do is like return two different results depending on the outcome in this bubble. So we're just going to look back here. So result is going to be the actual, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to create a bubble. The input's going to be the actual like result, the return from this, what happened. And then we're going to add a case. Boom. Use regular match expression. So if you use yes, then it's like easier. You can just like use like words instead of the actual return format, because like it returns it in like with some underscores and that kind of thing. It's not perfect. But the pattern, at least that I did, was I just said if it returns okay, like this result is okay. Oh, then the output was verified, which that makes sense. Else it returns bad. You can obviously change that too. It's not like a super big thing, but then you're just going to go add your last Google Sheets. And this one's just going to be update a cell. Update a cell. So you just do the same thing, link it, choose your file. Email spreadsheets, choose the file, video test. Sheet name is the first one. And then cell, I know it looks like you'd want to click this, but I've had some problems with that. So I just type like I, which is the cell that I have it in. And then if you do row number. So what that will do is actually say in I, whatever row that you're currently in is where it's going to update that, if that makes sense. And then we'll go back here. And then the value is just going to be the output from like what the tool did, basically. So did it return verified or did it return bad? You'll hit OK. And then pretty simple. We can just go ahead, hit run once. And see it like, takes the time. It's not like instant, but if you did a whole bunch of these, you could just leave it in the background running, or you could leave it always on if you wanted, like every time you update your email list, just automatically check. And make you could use for free, obviously, but if you have like lots of things running, if you want to like, I believe it's 2 you can run at any given time for free. But if you pay for the version, you can run up to, I think you can run up to 10 at a time, which is like really nice if you build like a lot of like smaller operations. But we're actually just going to go look through here. So what you'll see here is it got the information from like the row, like company name, and then website wasn't provided, the email, that stuff. So then it goes here. This would see how it returned. Result was okay because that means it was a good email. Then here here the result. Input okay, else bad. So then output verified, else true. And then what returned here is it updated that cell. So we can go all the way back over here now, and simple as that, verified, um, which is really cool. So we could actually run this. Let's see, there's um, a couple more here. So if I just wanted to show you like how, uh, some of the other ways that you could do it. Like here's, you could actually set like run at intervals, run once every day, that kind of thing. Or you can just run on demand as you click it, obviously. Um, but the thing you can also do is choose where to start. Oh no, not choose where to start, sorry. You go in here and then we can make this number, since we have it, let's just make it 5. And now if we hit run once, it should run through everything 5 times. So as these bubbles go, we will wait a couple seconds here and it will go down those next couple rows. It should take like the rows that you've already done and know. So it stores like the number that it's on up here basically. And these also update based on the times that it's been run. But those numbers will get a little jumbled sometimes because if you're running lots of like tests as you're building it, it will screw it up. But like here's, for example, here's one that's taking a while to verify. So if it actually can't find it in 2 minutes, then it will fail this particular one. But it looks like we're getting close here. Two. There's 3. And then we can even go see over here. Verified, 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 verified. Popped in. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay, so it ran the 5. And then, as you can see, it stops, which is really cool. And now that you've run that verifier and you know these email addresses, so the ones that are in those columns are actually like good email addresses. Those will like receive messages if you send them there. Obviously, depending on if it's like for cold outreach, you want to make sure you have like good reputation for your email boxes and that you've warmed them up. Um, yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything about that if you're doing cold email. Or if you're looking for somebody to do like cold email into like for you guys or integrate into your business somehow, please feel free to contact us. We offer lots of different services. There'll be like linked to the website, and I'll also include like contact form below. Um, but yeah, so that is basically it. So now you should be all good to go. You've got yourself a new automation. Yeah, and I guess thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, it helps us out a ton. And yeah, thank you. Have a great day.